The person who leaked information states that the iPhone 17 range will feature 2 new screen improvements. Apple is expected to unveil its next top iPhone lineup in 2 months, which will include the iPhone 17, iPhone 17 Air, iPhone 17 Pro, and iPhone 17 Pro Max. Recently, a leaker revealed 2 potential screen tweaks that could be arriving on several new models. Digital chat station The Leaker published a new article on Weibo today about what they believe will happen with the iPhone 17 line. Many specifications have been shared previously, but 2 noteworthy aspects stand out, both related to the iPhone 17 displays. According to the post, all iPhone 17 models will feature smaller bezels, not just the Pro versions as seen last year, and there is a new dynamic island UI expected. The first point is understandable. Last year, Apple introduced new display sizes for its Pro models and reduced the bezels significantly. This year, the standard iPhone 17 will adopt the same larger 6.3-inch display that debuted with the iPhone 16 Pro last year, making it likely that the new display will also have reduced bezels. Additionally, the iPhone 17 Air is a new flagship model with a unique screen size, so it also makes sense for it to have smaller bezels. However, digital chat station's mention of the dynamic island is puzzling. For one, the leaker's track record shows expertise in hardware, not software features. The term UI suggests a software aspect. Earlier this year, Digital Chat Station indicated that a smaller dynamic island was on the way at least for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Perhaps there is hardware evidence of a revised dynamic island, leading Digital Chat Station to believe that software updates will accompany the new hardware. However, the post seems to suggest that this adjustment will apply to all iPhone 17 models, which has not been reported before. In summary, while the bezel rumor appears likely to be accurate, there remains considerable uncertainty regarding the dynamic island changes. In summary, while the bezel rumor appears to be fairly likely to be accurate, there remains considerable ambiguity regarding the changes to dynamic island. Next, the iPhone 17 Pro may reverse the iPhone X design decision. Since the iPhone X was released in 2017, all of Apple's highest-priced iPhone models have featured either stainless steel or titanium frames. However, it has now been claimed that this design choice may be changing with the upcoming iPhone 17 Pro models later this year. In a tweet on the Chinese social media site Weibo today, the account Instant Digital indicated that the iPhone 17 Pro versions would incorporate an aluminum frame, along with a glass piece on the rear to maintain MagSafe and QI wireless charging capabilities. This part aluminum, part glass design for the iPhone 17 Pro versions was initially reported by Wayne Ma from The Information and has since been supported by another source. Apple has consistently used aluminum frames for its lower-end iPhone models each year, including the current iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus. In contrast, the higher-end iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max feature titanium frames, so a return to aluminum for the Pro models would represent a significant shift. Instant Digital noted that the aluminum frame would be exceedingly thin and expects the iPhone 17 Pro variants to feature ultra-thin bezels. While aluminum is lighter and less expensive than titanium, Apple's reasons for possibly reverting to this material remain unclear at this time. Instant Digital boasts more than 1.4 million followers on Weibo and has accurately leaked Apple details in the past, such as the yellow finish for the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus, as well as the titanium Milanese loop for the Apple Watch Ultra 2. However, like other sources, the account does not have a flawless track record, so we will soon discover whether and why the company is returning to aluminum. New renderings today show the latest design of the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max, featuring a relocated Apple logo and a reworked MagSafe magnet array. Several design modifications for the iPhone 17 Pro model have been speculated for some time, including an enlarged camera bump that spans the entire width of the smartphone, with the LiDAR scanner and flash moving to the right side. Additionally, the smartphone is likely to transition to an aluminum frame that incorporates this new camera bump design, similar to the iPad Pro. To facilitate wireless charging, a notch will be included in the metal frame below the camera bump for a glass section. Recently, it was revealed that the Apple logo may be repositioned to the center of this glass piece. This change suggests that the Apple logo will appear lower in relation to the overall height of the device. This alteration will impact the appearance of MagSafe accessories, as the magnetic ring on transparent cases would obscure the Apple logo. To address this issue, Apple is expected to modify the traditional MagSafe magnet array to include a break in the circle, allowing the Apple logo to be visible. The latest render from the leaker, known as Majin Buu, shows both the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max in clear cases, illustrating how Apple plans to adjust the MagSafe magnet array to ensure that the relocated Apple logo is prominently displayed in its new lower position, centered within the glass cutout. The iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max are expected to launch in the autumn, featuring enhancements such as a 48-megapixel telephoto camera, a 24-megapixel front-facing camera, and the A19 Pro CPU. Estimating the release date for iPhones is relatively straightforward. For over a decade, every numbered iPhone has been announced in September, with the exception of the iPhone 12, which was delayed by a month due to COVID-19. Therefore, it is highly likely that the iPhone 17 will be released in September, with an event taking place during the first 2 weeks of the month. Determining the pricing of the iPhone 17 is notably challenging at this stage, particularly due to potential tariffs initiated by the Trump administration that may disrupt gadget costs. President Trump has explicitly threatened Apple with a 25% tax unless it relocates iPhone manufacturing to the US, which seems unlikely. Apple did not increase prices for its most recent iPhone models. The iPhone 16 starts at $799, while the iPhone 16 Pro Max is priced at $1,199. However, the iPhone 16e, introduced this spring, faced a different fate at $599. It is $179 more expensive than the iPhone Southeast model it replaces, though the 16e does offer support for Apple Intelligence capabilities. Regrettably, the first price increase for an iPhone flagship in 8 years may be on the horizon later this year, according to one expert. Additionally, the Wall Street Journal reports that Apple is contemplating price hikes for its upcoming phones. There is speculation about an iPhone 17 Air that may replace the Plus model. Reputable leaker Ice Universe suggests it will be launched this year alongside the other models. We will explore this further below, but opinions on pricing vary. Some believe it could exceed the $1,199 Pro Max versions, while others consider the iPhone 16 plus $899 price as a reference point. iPhone 17 Air joins the lineup. The iPhone 17 Air, formerly expected to be dubbed the iPhone 17 Slim, would purportedly give iPhone enthusiasts a new, slimmer version of Apple's smartphone. Bloomberg's well-connected writer Mark Gurman thinks this is part of a strategy to develop a new class of Apple devices that should be the thinnest and lightest products in the whole tech industry. The iOS 26 beta also has a wallpaper that allegedly verifies the existence of an iPhone 17 Air, fueling more rumors that the gadget will come this autumn. The iPhone 17 Air will supposedly have a 6.6-inch or 6.7-inch display and a full-length camera bar with a single lens. That screen is anticipated to be OLED with a resolution of 1290 by 2796, somewhat smaller than the iPhone 17 Pro Max is projected to be. The phone may possibly sport a makeover similar to how the iPhone X shook up the iPhone series when it deleted the home button and introduced the notch in 2018. That said, speculations of it being aluminum rather than titanium are a little alarming given the pricing discussion being batted around. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo predicts that the iPhone 17 Air will emphasize being thin above all else, to the extent that the phone may just have a single primary camera lens. The newest speculations say that the phone might be as small as 5.5mm thick, while the camera hump may bring the top half of the phone up to 9.5mm. Apple revealed a new C1 5G modem with the iPhone 16e, and it will allegedly come to the iPhone 17 Air, but no other iPhone 17 variants. But all iPhone 17s should have new Wi-Fi 7 modems, also built by Apple. Still, with reports pointing to a 2,800 mAh battery for the Air, the new phone might struggle to deliver similar battery life to the rest of the iPhone 17 series. It's a relatively safe assumption that the iPhone 17 models will arrive with Apple's freshly unveiled phone software, iOS 26. Yes, Apple is moving with years instead of version numbers, which explains why this update isn't being dubbed iOS 19. As predicted, the primary emphasis is on a new liquid glass makeover that's being applied to all of Apple's software. While Apple Intelligence isn't as much of a priority in this year's version, there are some AI-powered enhancements like new call screening tools in the phone app, support for live translations, and visual intelligence upgrade that enables you search the contents of your iPhone screen. Improvements to Siri may not appear until 2026, however. All in all, it seems like the iPhone 17 will be a major boost, particularly if the 120Hz ProMotion display and performance advancements come to pass. The iPhone 16 phones announced last September are clearly respectable updates, if not revolutionary ones, with Apple placing much of the focus on new AI capabilities coming to the phone rather than big hardware enhancements. It seems like the iPhone 17 range might be a departure from that, should it include an iPhone 17 Air to the mix. When the iPhone 17 Air launches, it will have a competition waiting for it. The S25 Edge is now available in shops, and the $1.99 phone is only 5.8mm thin at its narrowest point. What do you think about these fresh speculations concerning the iPhone 17 line? Let us know in the comments. So, that's all we know for now. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as we have more information. Thanks for watching.